Hey guys, you have literally seen me in this exact position so many times, but this is the easiest way for me to be able to get ready and talk to you when I'm brushing my teeth or eating. Obviously, it's difficult. So, if you're new here, my name is Lacey and I teach 6th grade language arts in Georgia. And it's currently Friday the 17th, and I wanted to bring you guys for a day in my life. Typically, I'll do day in the life just at work and just talk about my work day. But I wanted to do a full day in the life. So I'm obviously at home right now putting on my makeup. I'm about to go to work. It's about 6:45. I'm a little early, but I just got up early because I knew I had a lot on my to-do list today. So I'll bring you to school, and then after school, after work, I will come home and let you know what I'm doing at home too. So I'm trying to do a full day from start to finish. I have already filmed a morning routine, so I will link that down below because I'm putting on my makeup, which most of you know that's my last step pretty much. So I already brushed my teeth and ate and did all that off camera since I have just filmed a morning routine. I will make sure that's linked down below. Today the students are going to watch a short film, like it's like a 25-minute film. We read a story last week and then they did a project on the story, and now they're gonna watch the short film version of the story and compare contrast for a very easy classwork grade. So I'm excited for today, and while they do that, I can get some of my own work done since they are pretty good when there's a video. They're pretty quiet, so I'm able to just sit down and watch with them or get my own work done. But I will check in with you when I get to school, and I will let you know the plan for the day. I'll let you know what we did this week. I'm gonna try to be more realistic, show you some behind the scenes. I have a parent conference today. Just try to get a little more real with you guys about teaching. It's not just about teaching and making lessons. There's a lot of meetings and other stuff as well. So I will look forward to talking to you then. Just got to work and I am turning on the lamps first thing. Usually when you see me, the lamps are already on, everything's plugged in. But again, I'm trying to be more realistic and show you a typical day. Also plugging in the string lights. It's about 7:20. By the time I walk in, it takes a few extra minutes. And I am going to go ahead and get started on my to-do list. The kids come at 7:45, so I have about 20-25 minutes to get some stuff done. Clocking in finally works for me in the system, so I'm gonna go do that now and bring my copies up to the front. I have a lot of papers that need to be copied for next week, so I got all of that ready yesterday. I've been staying late all week for detention and just some other random things. So I was here late yesterday, and I figured since I'm here late, let me go ahead and get my copies ready. So I'm gonna do that, and I will bring you along with me. While I was in the office dropping off some more copies to be made, my copies I dropped off yesterday were made. So I have a chart. I have these lines which will be made into a art assignment. We're gonna do kind of a tattoo style assignment. And then I have the stories for next week. We're focusing on Polynesian culture next week. I'm gonna teach a little bit about history, and then we're gonna read some Polynesian myths and do some fun stuff with that. So next week will be something different, and they should enjoy it. I'm excited for that. As you can see in my room, you might not be able to tell, but it's a little bit of a wreck because they mopped my floor yesterday, so they had to move the desks left and right. So I'm gonna fix the desk as I always do, and then I'm going to do a couple quick things on my to-do list. I have to text a parent their student's standardized testing score. I can do that in a second. I usually don't give my number out to parents when I used to teach in Atlanta, but this year it's been so much easier just to text them. So I'm gonna do that, and then I have to send a quick email, and I should be able to get those 2 quick things done before the kids come. So I just looked up the score for that parent, and now I have about 1 minute till the kids come. So my to-do list consists of a few less things now that I straightened the desks and all of that. But I need to finish my next week's lesson plan. I'll probably do that tonight because, as you know, if you've been watching, I finish my lesson plans Friday after work just to keep the momentum going since I'm already thinking about work. I need to plan for Saturday school. We don't have it tomorrow, but we have it on next Saturday, so I like to just get ahead on that. So if I don't get to that today, obviously I have all of next week. I want to plan a quiz. We're gonna have a quiz soon that is going to be similar to a quiz that they did not do well on, so kind of a redo. I need to grade their projects that they turned in yesterday. I want to clear my filing cabinets because they're really disorganized. And I want to do an example art project for what they're going to do on Tuesday. They do have Monday off for President's Day, but I have teacher work day, so some of this to-do list will just wait till Monday since I won't have any students. I won't be distracted and have to correct behavior or anything like that. The kids just went to Connection, so I'm on planning. I did have a super quick meeting with the principal, just reminding us that Monday we have meetings that we need to go to. Again, the kids are off for President's Day, but for the teachers, we have 2 meetings that we need to attend. There was a list of options, so we have to write them down on this sheet just so the principal can verify that we are going to our 2 sessions, and then the rest of the day we'll spend here like a normal teacher work day. So I'm actually excited for that because it's hard to get work done with the students, of course, so I'm gonna fill out the sheet, and then I actually have a parent meeting at 8:45 in 5 minutes. I do work at a magnet school, and a lot of people assume there's no behavior issues, but we do still have to correct behavior. But you know, that's part of the job, and I'm excited to meet with this parent and work with him and see what we can do to get the kid back on track. The meeting is in 5 minutes, like I said, so I am going to grab my computer, I look up the grades, and I write down any comments I have about behavior. And that's pretty much how meetings work. So the parents actually didn't show up to the conference because their student is actually sick and he won't be here today. So we rescheduled for next Friday. So I did get a little bit of planning done for next week. Today we are going to watch the short film version of the story that we read. So I wanted to show you that. So we read a story called Lamb to the Slaughter, and we're gonna watch the short film today and compare the film to the story. I have this organizer where they're going to come up with similarities and differences.
You did what when you saw him?
Well, I tried to talk to him, and then I saw that he was dead, and I ran to...
I was not able to film as much as I had wanted to today, but it's now the end of the day. So we read a story called Lamb to the Slaughter last week, and we analyzed it, did a mock trial project where we put the main character on the stand and took her to court. And today we watched the short film version. I did have a little clip of that if you just saw that, and they had to compare and contrast the two. It was a pretty simple classwork grade. I was able to just grade all day. I have 3 classes of projects graded, so I just have 1 more class, but again, Monday is a teacher work day, so I'm not stressed out or anything. I can get all my work done then. I'm about to head home. Friday is my night to eat out with my husband. And when I say eat out, I mean get something to go. So I'm gonna go home and get with him and see what we are going to eat, and I will take you with me to pick it up. So I just got home, and the first thing I do is empty my lunchbox and my water bottle. My water bottle actually spilled on the way home, which is great. So it's empty. So just washed my water bottle, and then I cleared my lunchbox. I had just a little bit of goldfish left, so I brought it, but I didn't actually eat them. I have some trash in here, and of course my lunch container. So that is all I do when I get home, and then I'm about to jump in the shower and change into more comfy clothes. And then me and my husband decided that we are going to be real healthy and get some McDonald's. We are not huge like fast food people. Usually Friday nights we get like Mexican, like Moe's or Chipotle or something like that. Or we'll get Zaxby's, because Zaxby's is a little bit more elevated fast food. We're not really McDonald's people, but since we don't ever go, we figured we would treat ourselves today. We're home with our food, and we are going to watch some Netflix as we watch, and I will check in with you after we eat. It's about 7 o'clock now, and me and my husband, we ate our dinner, and then we were watching some episodes of The Upshaws on Netflix. Right now, I am going to finish up my lesson plan because it's mostly done, but I do want to fine-tune some things. Next week, we're moving on. So last week on Thursday, we read the story, Lamb to the Slaughter, and then they started the project. And the project lasted until yesterday, which was, Thursday. So the project and the story was a whole week, and then today we finally watched the film. So I think the students are officially over that story. It was really good and they all seemed interested in it, but I'm excited to move on next week. So I'm gonna finish my lesson plan and then I will kind of go over it with you guys. I don't like to go too in depth so the students can experience the lesson plan and what I'm gonna teach in real time. I finished my lesson plan and students will be focusing on RL9 next week, which is comparing texts. We just did compare and contrast this week with the film and the story, but this time it's comparing two different handwritten texts. It does have keywords like genres. They want it to be different genres, so we are going to read a myth, which is an ancient story, and then we're going to read the modern day version of that story. So that will be interesting. Monday, obviously, there's no school, so I wrote that on the lesson plan. But Tuesday, we're going to introduce the topic, which is Polynesian culture. We will take quick notes. I think it's 4 or 5 slides, pretty basic notes. And then I wanted to do something fun. So for our intro activity, they're going to make Polynesian art, tattoo style. If they've ever seen Moana, Moana is a Polynesian story, so tattoos were definitely throughout that movie, so I will bring that up as well. And then Wednesday, we'll actually read an old Polynesian myth that has Maui in it. Maui is a Polynesian character, not a Disney character. So we will read an old story from like 1,000 years ago about Maui. And then Thursday, they'll read a little bit about Maui's role in Moana. So obviously, Moana is the modern version, and Maui represented in Moana is a little bit different, but of course has some similarities to the Maui that Polynesians have been believing in for thousands of years. And then carrying over into Friday, they will compare and contrast the old myth of Maui to Moana's version of Maui. So I think it'll be a pretty interesting week. It's only 7:45 and I'm done with my work. I obviously choose to do this on Fridays. A lot of people just do their lesson plans on Sundays, but I don't want to interrupt my weekend and have to do it on Sunday. So this is what I choose to do. I like to be home on Fridays. My husband, he's hanging out with his brother and a couple of his friends since he's now feeling better. And that is how every Friday is. He is not a homebody like me, so he is enjoying his time and I'm enjoying my time. I used to live alone for a few years before I moved here and got married, so alone time is not a problem to me. So we're doing our own thing. I'm gonna relax and watch some TV and edit this video to go up tomorrow. So I'm just gonna end the video here. It was a great day. The kids loved the movie and I enjoyed it too. I actually chose a different one than I had done in other years, so I'm glad that we got to watch the video and it was a wonderful Friday. If you like videos like this, make sure you comment, share, like, and definitely subscribe, and we will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.